Carol at the End of the World is magnificent. I loved it. It did a lot of things I don't see in adult animation, and I'm happy to see in this. Oh, yeah. After watching this like mini series, I don't think there are going to be more episodes, and if there weren't, I'm actually okay with that because the whole thing satisfied me. It has a Pixar feel, without pushing the mommy and daddy issues or trying to sell toys. But no, the good Pixar feeling where, yeah, fantastical people with incredible imaginations are still grown-ups but still feel magic. That's what you get out of this show. It was nice. Is Should all adult series be about introspective? It's a nice aspect. It's a nice thing to get into. Yeah, yeah. It's a bit sad natured, and I've had a hard time trying to make other people in my life watch it because I show them the trailer because I get that it is kind of a downer, but it's a good downer. It's a quality downer. Sometimes you need one of those, and this is one of mine. Mostly because it's a great example of how crazy things should be animated, or at least bigger than, like, larger than life things should be animated. Travel more, you can like focus on silly little things, and because it's animated, it's a little more endearing in that way. Yeah. Yeah, and another thing that I really wish I could see more of in like animated shows or movies is more adult women. Like, it is so rare to see it. Like, look at Carol, our main character. She is a 40-something-year-old woman. She's got the neck rolls. She's very sad. She's also shy and very awkward. I don't know if she's on the spectrum or not, or she's just, very, very particular. But yeah, yeah. While the world is ending and everyone's going crazy with a party, she is just trying to, find her inner peace. Like, it doesn't change for her. She just wants the little things in life to enjoy, talking to her coworkers and having an okay day at work, being able to, have enough change to do laundry. She just wants to be able to manage the little stuff. And oh my God, I felt that. I really did. Yeah, yeah. Would I want to travel if the world was ending? Of course. But would I also want to just sit there and enjoy it and like just be around people I actually really like? I would. I would. God, this show makes me want to write a bucket list. And yeah, that's probably super predictable, show about the end of the world. Adults get all like blah. Predictable, but still impactful. Mostly because this show doesn't just have a weird sense of humor, but it takes a weird direction in its drama. And that part I was not expecting, but greatly enjoyed and admired. There are a lot of characters. It doesn't always just focus on Carol. It does for the most of the plot. But when it gets onto the other, the secondary characters and just random side characters, how you see their perspective and what they're doing in their day to, get through stuff, not just the whole end of the world thing, but just moment by moment. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, yeah. The show is really good about regret. That is the main aspect, and something I think adults can feel the most is regret. You get into a track, you do the thing you do because it made the most sense at the time, and then you get in your rut. And for the most part, it made sense at the time, and trying anything else would have been hard or dangerous financially or spiritually. Yeah, yeah, a lot of things in adult life. Ugh, it's just it's tedious and also fragile. And this show produces it pretty well, while also sometimes being a little bit hopeful because you keep your standards not low, but you don't ask for too much from other people. But you should still ask. That's the thing that really made Carol pop. Even though she was scared to ask, even though she didn't know what to ask, she still learned to ask other people for help or just to talk to her. And oh God, I was so excited for her. It was like those little moments you just root for. Now, the animation style, it strongly makes me think of Steven Universe, not so close, but with that crazy meteor and the way the colors are soft pastels most of the time, and the character designs. Yeah. I didn't look it up to see if Netflix hired the Steven Universe animators, and if they did or didn't, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's silly enough that, you feel comfortable watching a cartoon. You are expecting something silly, and it is silly in a lot of moments. But yeah, watching adult cartoon characters have their silly moments, but also living in their like dramatic, sort of depressed, or just, at peace moments. I don't know, it's nice. It's like when you watch King of the Hill or certain episodes of The Simpsons. These are fantasy characters and their problems are fantastical, but because they handle it like as boring and depressed real adults, you feel something more. So, Carol at the End of the World, you are a trip. You are a dive into the cold water. But like a pool, like a cold pool, you kind of get used to it and then you enjoy it. And then you just exercise and feel, like you really worked, you got hard, but it's a good feeling. It's really good. Do I think anyone can really watch this show? Yeah, no, I don't. If you're an animation fan, you should, because the way it focuses on little things is kind of like a Studio Ghibli thing, where it just focuses on a moment or a single object or character for a really long time, and there isn't any music, and you just like get to put your own feelings onto it. You feel sorry for the character, you relate to the character, whatever. And that part I really, really like. So I think this like miniseries, even though it's very good, it's selective with who it's made for. I do hope anyone can try it, though I understand why you wouldn't want to finish it. Thinking about, not exactly dying, but running out of days, like running out of chances, does is terrifying. It's awful. And it gets worse as you get older. But Carol, you made me feel a little less alone about making choices. She does that for the viewers and some of the other characters around her. Not everybody, but some of them. I will admit that sometimes her monotone voice made me think I was watching the adult version of Daria, where every nerd thinks they're as cool as Daria, but this is how you really are. Your monotoneness comes up awkward. Yeah. So, as somebody who loves Daria but doesn't want to put her on a pedestal, I appreciated you, Carol. I appreciated you breaking that. So, Carol at the End of the World, I thought was a great animated series. It was wild, it was peaceful, it was wild, while also being very, very big and small at the same time. It's a crazy balance, but it did it. It did it really well. Thank you, Netflix, for making this series. I don't need another one. I feel complete.